Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, veterans, citizens. I'd like to welcome our officials. But are there any elected official representatives in the room? VA representatives, etc. Okay. My name is Russell Donnelly, for those of you who don't know it. Welcome to this meeting. It's been 2.5 years since there's been any word whatsoever about Fort Howard, outright from either the VA or the government, our leaders, or the developer. Hard to find, hard to track. So, that said, this meeting was called so that we could at least pick the main course is to see if people show. Second thing is to find out the direction we want to take to save Fort Howard.
This gentleman just introduced himself and said that he met that he has some input on the development, and so we're going to give him a few moments of our time and see what he has to say. And if I don't mess up his name too much, it's Armando.
I want that in the report.
I am opposed to a developer coming in and putting up 400 homes on this property when it was saved for the veterans in 1945 by President Roosevelt. I was upset for the fact that a developer showed up and commented that he was going to put 400 homes on this property, and it seemed like none of our delegates were there to have any input to the meeting, as they had other commitments, I guess. But Mr. Long and Mr. Metzger did show up, but I don't think they were very forthcoming in all of the information that they could have given to us. I am opposed to them putting homes up because of the road factor, pipes busting, and shooting all kinds of water into the air. I felt as though a lot of people were not aware of this meeting, and I'm sure that we would have the backing to oppose this in the future.
Well, let me go back to what you were talking about. That you're talking about the infrastructure that actually it couldn't handle it with the road that is actually there now, and that would destroy the historic nature of the community. And also the way that things are set up with the water and sewer and everything, that actually isn't set enough to handle such an influx of people to be living there. On top of that, he said 400, but don't think that they would stop there. They might try to get another 1,000 in. You have some ties to the old Fort Howard Hospital. You had some family members there, and you also have members family members in the service now. So what does it mean to you to be a service member, family member, and please share how the care was done years ago as well.
Well, my uncle used to go to Fort Howard Hospital because he needed the service and he didn't drive. Several people in my family also benefited by having the hospital there, and my one brother-in-law died there. They were all veterans from World War II and the Korean conflict, and it was just a community-based thing. I feel as though it should be saved for the veterans, even to put a hospital back up there. You just can't develop this land for people to come in because the roads will not handle it. You have to develop an awful lot. This developer put a, I don't know, a wedge in my craw, to speak, because he was saying all these things that he could do, but yet I was shocked. And when I said it's not going to work, it's not going to work, he kept asking me why. But I had time to think about it since then, and then talking to some people, they didn't even know that the meeting was going to be held. Some of them said it was a done deal already, but I'm out to fight this thing because it's land that was supposed to be for the veterans. I want it to be maintained as a veterans facility, put a hospital back up there. It's needed in the community as well as for the veterans. It provides jobs. It provides places for the veterans to go for their medicine and care. Even if they put a facility there for the veterans to stay there, as opposed to going to Loch Raven Hospital.
Well, you said that you had family members there, that they were actually at the hospital that were veterans, but you also had other people in the family that worked there and different people in the community. So you actually took care of the veterans as like a family, in a family setting, community setting, where everyone was helping one another and caring for one another. And just the community loved the veterans and the veterans loved the community. It was a perfect fit. So that's a big reason for them to be there. But the person that had passed away there, it sounds more like a, from what you had shared with me before, a hospice type setting. So they were caring for them until they had passed away as well.
That's correct.
Okay, so what did you think about the developer not wanting to actually speak on camera about what he had to say?
Because I think he was saying a bunch of lies and he didn't want anybody to know the true facts. He couldn't come across with very much information other than the fact that he's a land grabber and he's wanting to fill his own pockets with money.
Well, he was trying to pull a scare tactic too and say we could wind up with a jail down there too. So
they're guaranteeing 10,000 jobs down at Trade Point and they don't know where to put these people.
Well, I can tell you where to put them. There's many empty homes throughout Dundalk because I've been door knocking through there, so they can do that.
Right, many of them are boarded up.
Yeah, so we need to fill those up and strengthen our neighborhoods before we start taking every little piece of land that's out there, especially historical waterfront property like this. Now, I'd like to say to your friends that you've spoken to about saying this is a done deal, been fighting the North Point Government Center development for 3-4 years now. They're not doing that, and we're actually gaining momentum on that. The state's actually stepping in to help us out with that. We beat the LNG, and I'm involved with other organizations that are fighting development that is not unwanted development, and they are doing well. So just need to step forward. There are groups out there, and if we all come together, we can win this as well.
We need to get the message out stronger. Pamphlets going door to door if it takes that. I'm willing, and I'm hoping a lot of people will join me in this fight.
Yes. And if you have any information to share with Dundalk TV, you can reach me at dundalktv@gmail.com or give me a call at 410-818-9733. Ask for Scott. Thank you so much for the interview.
You're welcome.